welcome back to Ranting with Rebekah. I'm Rebekah, and if you guys are avid watchers of my channel, you would know it's been about a month and a half, a little over a month since I've posted a video at all. So there is a few reasons for that we'll get into in a little bit, but we have some major news to tell you guys. For those of you that don't know, this is Bryce. Say hi, Bryce. So me and Bryce have been dating for the past year, a little over a year now. You've probably seen him off and on both my channel, and if you watch my parents' channel, Homestead Horsemanship, which I know most of my subscribers do. You've probably seen him in a few videos on there. So the last month a lot has happened and I've just gotten extra busy. So starting off, I had a few videos of Poncho, the horse that I've been posting a lot of and I have been training. I had a few videos of him prepared and just ready for editing, and I've lost them. We just had a couple things happen. I had been filming with my parents' GoPro, so they had all their videos on there, and I've been uploading them to my mom's computer, and just everything got into a big jumbled mess because there was just too many videos going on and mine mixing in with my parents' channel. They just ended up getting lost. So I have one from Poncho's training that I can still post, and I think it was like his first ride without being on a lead rope, I think. So everything's just gotten into a big jumbled mess. And so that is one reason why I have not posted much lately. The second reason is that me and Bryce got engaged. Smile. So Bryce proposed to me the beginning of February. Here's the ring. There we go. See if we can get it to focus on it. There we go. So since he proposed, I've just gotten super busy finishing up school, which I am like super close to being done with now, and just been wedding plans, all sorts of stuff, planning for where we're gonna live, and everything. So there's just a lot of stuff going on right now, and I haven't had time to film videos. So I was gonna keep posting, but then the videos I had filmed before we got engaged got into that big jumbled mess, and I don't have any of the videos I needed. So I'm getting everything back organized, and I'm about to start posting again, so definitely stay tuned. So we're just gonna talk a little bit about like everything going on, the plans we have since we're engaged, and everything else. So we got engaged at the beginning of February. My dad's cousins have this gorgeous venue that I always knew I wanted to get married at whenever the time arose. So Bryce has been there to see the venue. We have like family gatherings there when we have like all the extended family and everything gathered together. So he'd seen the venue and thought it was just gorgeous too, and we both decided we wanted to get married there, and we wanted a fall wedding. So since we wanted a fall wedding, we decided it either has to be this fall or we'd have to wait like a whole year and a half, a little over a year and a half to get married. So we were like, we'd rather get married sooner rather than later. So we texted my dad's cousins, which I'm just going to refer to as my cousins since it's easier, and they had one date left this fall, because fall's the busy season for weddings and whatnot. So we are getting married October 4th. So that is coming up pretty quickly now. It's about 6 months away, and we're super excited. Everything's coming together really nicely, but since it's coming up so fast, we had to figure out where we were going to live. So we have all sorts of options. We were just going through everything that we could think of. We thought about renting a house in town or an apartment, something, easy to manage, that wasn't like too expensive. But we were like, neither of us really want to live in town, and since I'm doing the horses, it would be easier if we had any sort of land or still lived close to my family's home so I could continue the horses out of my parents' barn. So we were like, that's not like the best option. We don't want to do that, but if we have to, we would be able to. So then we found this little 10-acre field that we were like, ooh, this is going to be good to buy. Like, this would work good. So that was our first plan. Our original plan was to buy that 10-acre field and put a little house on it, but that was going to cost a lot and probably would be pretty stressful for our first year of marriage, and we're both pretty young, so that was going to be like a big deal. So we were a little worried about it, but then things have just been aligning so well since we've gotten engaged. Everything for the wedding has come together super easy, and now my parents ended up buying this property at the end of our road that we have been trying to buy since we've moved there, so 10 years now, and the lady has not been willing to sell it at all until just recently, like right after we got engaged. She was like, okay, I'll sell it, and it was just so perfect. So they ended up buying this little property at the end of the road, and they're going to start posting videos about it too, so you'll start getting to see what we're doing. But it has a little, it's about, how many acres is it? 8 acres? Yeah, it's 8.1 acres? We think it's 8.1 acres, the whole property together. But it has, on one side of the gravel road, it has a barn, like a little tiny barn with an acre around it, like it's sitting on an acre, and then on the other side of the road is the house with 6 acres over the hillside on that side of the road. So the house is not in great shape, like it needs a lot of work to be livable. But what we have decided to do is we're going to fix up the barn. It will have 7 stalls in it and a tack shed area, and then it has a loft for hay, which you'll see. We'll post, maybe I'll add in a clip on this video of the barn and the work we've done so far on it. And then main plan is to split the property into the 2 3-acre lots, and then have one house up on the hill, the tiny house that we're going to build, and then have the main house, and then later on sell this house, and then we'd move from the tiny house to the bigger house. Now, if there's not enough room on that hill, because that hill is very steep, to put the tiny house, then down by the barn there's enough room to put a small house, and we can live in the house down there instead, and then eventually fix up the big house and rent out the big house or whatnot, however we want to do it. So this property my parents bought was like an investment. They want to make money off of it, which, I mean, who wouldn't? That's kind of what you do in life. So we're going at it to find a way where me and Bryce can live there, and then help them run it as like a, what's the word I think run the barn as like a horse hotel, run Airbnbs around it, whatever we have there, as like an asset to them and to their business, or whatever you want to call it. So that's our main plan right now. Now, if that didn't happen, we have all sorts of backup plans. My grandma has Airbnbs that I'm sure we might be able to rent out if we needed to. We have lots of family that we could stay with if that went south. We have the money to be able to rent a house if we need to. So we have backup plan on backup plan in case that does not come to be by our wedding, because our wedding is in 6 months. So we also have a camper. If the house is almost done but not quite there, we could live in the camper for a couple months even. I mean, I love camping, so I could live in a camper for a couple months. Obviously that wouldn't be super long term if that were to happen, but that is our main plan right now. Stuff changes all the time, so who knows, something better might come up and we might be able to do something else, but for now that is what's going to happen. Okay, so since we are getting married, life is going to be taking a bit of a different direction, obviously. So before, I was doing a lot of this stuff with my dad, the horses I mean, and our financials were pretty mixed. So this past year I've already been like becoming more financially independent, especially, I'm trying to block the sun with my hand, especially in the sense of like the horses and stuff. Like I've been paying for my everything for my own horses. So we've been trying to collect our own stuff as well. So you might be wondering like the direction for the channel, what that's gonna take. So since we are still gonna be living close to my parents, I will still be running my horse business, or whatever you want to call it, out of my parents' barn and out of my grandma's barn and all of our connected property. So a lot of it's gonna, I mean, it's really gonna be very, very similar as it is now. I mean, obviously there's gonna be a lot of videos about us renovating our property, well, my parents' property, but where we're living, fixing up the barn that's down there. I'm gonna be starting to take in more horses, so there'll be a lot of those. Woo! Phone fell. I'm gonna start taking in more client horses, so there will be a lot of more new horses you'll get to see coming in and out of the barn, and all sorts of stuff. So me and I always plan on being very close with my family, doing the horses with my mom and my dad. Eventually, like way far in the future plans, we want to have our own farm. Obviously, we want to have property, we want to have our own barn, we want to have horses. Bryce has done cows since he was younger, so we want to have cows one day, horses, all of it. We want to have a big operation. We want to have a horse business going on where we're both training horses. Bryce has really gotten into training since we've gotten together and is getting quite good at it, actually. He's doing a lot of the horses that we want to keep as like brood mares, but we don't have time to train since our priority is to train the ones we're going to sell or the ones we're going to show. So he's been helping out a lot and getting a lot of the ones that we have not had time to train done and broke. So I'm very proud of him. So we always plan on staying close with my family and doing the horses with them, kind of doing our own thing. But for the foreseeable future, the channel is going to be very similar. I'm going to still be doing horses out of my family's barn. I'm going to still be close to them. The only difference is that there's going to be more content on the renovations to the new property, because that's going to be super exciting to see, seeing the new barn. We plan on maybe turning the barn into like a horse hotel for people traveling and stuff, so we'll get to see what that's like later on in the future and all sorts of stuff. So we are very excited to take this next step in our life. But that leads us to what we are doing today. So the sun's really bright. So most of you have probably noticed that we are in the car and we are driving somewhere, and you're probably wondering where we are going. So like I said before, we are kind of starting to try to get our own stuff, get our own situation going by ourselves, where I'm not relying on my parents' stuff and all that, even though I'm still welcome to use what I need from there, and they're going to be welcome to use what I have as well. So we are actually headed today because we found a great deal on a bunch of tack. It comes with 2 saddles, a bunch of different, what was it, like buck straps and bridles and
breast straps, buck straps,
yeah,
bridles, bits,
yeah,
cabesons,
yeah. So
9 yards.
yeah, so it's everything. There's a little bit of everything in there, and it's only $200. So if those of you that are in the horse world would know, that is amazing. So I have my saddle, I have a lot of bridles and stuff already, but this is a really good deal and too good to pass up, because you never can have enough stuff when you have this many horses. But 2, Bryce got in a pickle the other day, and long story short, his saddle is destroyed and he has to get a new saddle. So this is actually a pretty crazy story. Well, he has been training this horse that we have, and her name is Darlin. If you go check out my parents' channel, I'm sure there's videos. Okay. if you go check out my parents' channel, I'm sure there's videos of her up there. Probably some of Bryce training her. Is there? Do you think?
It's me training it is mainly on their Patreon.
Okay, it's mainly on their Patreon.
Because they just got short clips of everything.
Yeah, Bryce didn't really make like long videos of it, so they were just posting short clips on their Patreon. So there's probably videos of her, maybe not as many of him training her, but she is a buckskin paint mare. Well, I guess she's a fox trotter. What's the word called?
Tabino, or what do you want?
The paint. What's a paint actually called?
Tricolor? No. I don't know.
Okay. I'm blanking on the word. She's a tri-colored buckskin. I always call it paint, and that's why I can never remember the correct terminology.
Tabino.
Is it Tabino?
I think so.
I think
Tobiano?
it's Tobiano?
Something like that.
I don't know. Okay, I call it a paint. She's a buckskin paint mare, but she's not a... Okay. Wait, hang on.
You get the point.
You get the point. She's a tri-colored buckskin mare. We got her as a brood mare because of her coloring. So me and Dad never really had the time to break her. So Bryce came along, he's wanting to break one. We let him break her, and he had been getting along extremely well with her. She'd been doing amazing. She's pregnant right now. Bred back to a stud that the people had that we bought her from, so not anything of ours, but she had been doing amazing. Just a couple days ago, me, him, and Dad went on a ride, and when he got on her, she was acting weird. She was acting like she was gonna buck, and we were like, what? Because she'd been doing so good. Well, we got halfway through the ride, and we were coming down this hill, and the path was pretty open, and all of a sudden, she just goes completely crazy. So it wasn't just a horse bucking. Like, that's not that unusual for a horse to buck that's newly trained, that's groomed broke. This horse went absolutely crazy. Bryce stayed on for quite a while, but his saddle slipped and went on the side, and he was still hanging on, but obviously eventually came off, and the saddle got stuck up underneath her. She went absolutely crazy, started chasing Bryce, almost got him and trampled him. Thankfully did not. This was completely terrifying. Then she came at me, and I was on our Clydesdale Beauty. This was my first time ever riding her because I had not gotten the chance to ride her yet. Then she went after Dad, who was on Boots, and it was his first trail ride outside the barn ever. And he did really well. He didn't react. I mean, he wanted to, but Dad was able to handle him, and he did really well. He's been super sweet. And then she took off, went way around the little like clearing meadow we were in, went up into the woods, came back down the trail we just came down, and then dove down off of a hill across the creek and came back out in the field, all with the saddle up underneath her and everything. We were so worried she was gonna get hurt, and she was like hollering like a bronc does. It was so weird. We don't know if something happened like with the saddle maybe, and something was poking her that was hurting her. We have no clue, but up until that point she had been doing fine, and she just went crazy all of a sudden. So we don't know if she got hurt or what, but she seems fine. We got to her in the pasture. Dad went over and grabbed her. She seemed fine. She had some cuts, but nothing deep, just little scratches and nicks, but nothing that like needed even medication or anything. And she wasn't limping. Doesn't seem sore now or anything. Bryce's saddle, on the other hand, is unusable now. Not really. We probably could fix it up and use it, but it wasn't great anyways. It was kind of junky anyways, and he definitely needed a new one after that. So this lady has two saddles for sale. One looks super nice and is a 16 inch, so it's a little bigger than the one he had before. The one he had before was too small for him anyways. So we're super excited to get this tack. We are gonna go grab it from her, and I probably won't film until we get home. I will do like an unpacking reveal, kind of like a what would you call it, you think?
A reveal.
Just a reveal of what we got. So stay tuned and to see that. Okay guys, so we just got home and we have all the stuff out. So she gave us, we got 2 saddles and just a box full of like bits and a couple headstalls and leathered stuff, some rope. So I will turn the camera around and show you what all we got. Starting here, we just got an assortment of different bits. This one's on a little headstall. It's kind of a crappy little headstall, not the best. I mean, it's salvageable. I'm not a huge fan of like these one-eared headstalls people use on their horses. Nothing wrong with them. I just don't like them that much. But we got here's a couple different types of bits. We got all sorts of stuff. I think this one's just aluminum. But we got this little thing, I guess. I ain't never used one of these or seen one. It's for the horses that like pull back real hard when you're when they're standing tied. I guess you just put the rope in through here so that way they don't break your rope, and that way it kind of pulls out, but like real slowly if they're pulling back, and you can get to them. I personally don't think I'd ever use this. We always tie our horses up to a rubber tire. You're gonna see one of the saddles, but try to keep it a secret a little bit. Like that. We tie them up to something like that. So that way when they pull back, it gives them a little leverage, but they learn to stop pulling back. This doesn't necessarily, I don't think this would teach them as well as that. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I just like the contraption we've made up for that situation better. So there's some other bits. Then we have this bit that's on a bridle that would also be salvageable. It needs some good oiling and cleaning up. It comes with reins on it. See, it's got the reins on there. So there's that. We got good rope. We got this lunge line, just the regular lead rope, an assortment of different leather stuff right there. Here we have probably the most decent bridle, kind of fancier. It's got some metal stuff on it. Not necessarily none of my favorite stuff, but
I
it's
found it for
good.
you, so this is my charge.
Oh, you're taking our best bit? Yeah.
I found it for him.
Yeah, Dad sent Bryce the link to the ladies stuff. We also got.
That's a good saddle. You need to buy that.
We got thing to hang bridles and ropes on. We got lots of them in our barn. But okay, everyone's going through everything. Here, I didn't get to show them the brush strap yet.
Who is it?
My YouTube channel.
Oh, hi, YouTube. I thought she was on the phone with somebody.
No, I'm trying to film a video. There's the a brush strap. Is that what you call that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which actually is pretty nice. I like that. Okay, let's look at the saddles. So this is the crappier of the 2 saddles, but I mean,
It's still
pretty nice.
What's the maker mark on it?
I don't know.
There's somewhere. You don't know.
Don't put that one on yet. I want to show them this one.
I don't know.
Look up underneath it. Underneath it looks real clean and nice. She kept everything in real nice condition. It needs oiled real bad. It's pretty dry.
But yeah.
But it looks nice still. I sat in it and it fits me good. Little small for Dad. Don't break my stand. What are you doing?
Gonna take my horse to the ocean.
That's the good one.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, hang on. So, yeah, this one fits real good. I like this one a lot. I was thinking we could use this one on like the.
I can't believe they sold it that cheap.
Yeah, we got all of this for only $200. Here's the nice saddle.
This one is a high quality, custom made
Buffalo saddle.
Yeah. This is a nice quality saddle. This is a
really freaking awesome saddle, and
I like it almost.
I guess she just didn't know what she was selling.
She has horses.
Cause
she's selling more stuff. It's just we told her to text us when she went.
Cause this is awesome. A really nice saddle. What's wrong with the stirrups?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the stirrups?
I was just saying we need to twist the
Well, you're just
leather.
gonna have to put these bigger straps
Oh.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that just happens as you ride. Can you take this saddle? So I can chill in this one.
So YouTube, this saddle is now for sale for $200.
Oh, yes. Okay, so this is Bryce's saddle that got all scratched up. It actually doesn't look as bad today. So you can see it's got like some stuff from being dragged through the woods. I told him the story already.
Yeah. Dakota saddlery.
Yeah.
15.5 inch.
There's a dent.
$200.
I guess I'll put my email on here. Yeah, it's got some scratches from being dragged through the wood, but I guess, other than that dent, nothing's broken on it, and that dent was already there. Was already there when we got it, so here's some more scratches from Darlin. But this was the main part she tore up. That was not like it before he bucked her off. Or she bucked him off. There we go. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna put it on a horse and we'll show you guys. I just can't believe we got everything here for only $200. Okay, you can get on when you're ready now. There's a beautiful saddle on the horse. Dad's getting on first because Boots is very, very new to being rode. And Bryce is still sore from getting bucked off the other day, so we want to make sure that he's behaving decent. And Dad wants to do it anyways, I don't know. Looks good. You can't hear him say it here, but Dad said he likes that saddle more than Bryce's old saddle, but would still choose his saddle over that one. Bryce's first time riding Boots. Now let's see what Bryce thinks of it, because his opinion's the important one. He's going to be riding it all the time.
Walk up.
Bryce said he really likes the saddle and is very glad he got it. He says it's way more comfortable than his old saddle was, and he's very excited to keep riding it.
My turn. Walk. Stirrups are too big.
I like the saddle as well. I believe it needs a good oiling, and other than that, it is going to be a really nice saddle for him. Okay, so that is everything we got today. I am so excited to share this news with you guys, and we are so excited for this next year and everything that's going to happen. I will be getting videos of Poncho out soon, update videos and other stuff. I'm going to try to start posting again. Stuff has kind of started to calm down. Not really, so bear with me. But I will definitely see you guys again soon. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. If you are interested in seeing videos of the property that I previously talked about, you can check out my parents' channel, Homestead Horsemanship, and I will also eventually post some as well of us fixing it up and just a tour of the area and everything else. So thank you for watching. I will see you next time.